Shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom. Let me do this because I'm gonna be on live on two of my little channels, my Facebook one and YouTube. You know, still gotta feed the flock in every shape, form, and fashion to the best of our ability. Wait, let me write it on here. Let me make sure I'm live because so I am live. So like y'all. Okay, I think we are good. There we go. Okay, everything is good. So again, I want to say shalom, shalom, shalom to Israel, shalom to the hopeful elect, whoever you may be, the men and the women. But first and foremost, before we even start this off, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahushai is to the world, and it calls Jesus the Christ. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who will rule the world, the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put the Spirit upon them to endure. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth, in and out of congregation, whoever you may be. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put it on your spirit to endure. And shalom to the wives and the single sisters that's believers of His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put it on your spirit to pursue to be a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. You know, the title of this lesson is very plain, you know, but you got to really, you know, sit there and think. It says, when it cometh to pass, oh, it will come to pass. When I woke up, I forgot what my train of thought. Oh yeah. I was watching a brother, Master Page, and he was going into. He said, "Don't try to come into this thing at the last minute. You know, the Lord already know. You know, He can already see. You know, all this time the Lord been out here. Shalom, shalom. I see you, King. The Lord been giving out this word freely, and you know, a lot of us choose to come at the last minute. Love, you could turn that light on. You know, and a lot of us came in the Most High's ministry at the last minute, you know, and thinking that it's okay, you know, that mercy door, you know, the breach is closing soon, you know, and a lot of people don't believe that Yahweh, you know, the Most High and His Son Yahweh Shai is real, you know, they don't believe it. You know, the Lord's fame in the earth is not here like it was in ancient time, you know. Let me get this precept on the side, right? It This is a side precept. Is this the one I want? I think this is Joshua chapter 9, verse 9. It says, "And they said unto him, From a very far country thy servants are come, because of the name of the Lord thy power, for we have heard the fame of him and all that he did in Egypt." You know, the whole world in that time knew what the Most High did in Egypt, you know, and the Lord took, he took that thought of the power of the Lord, or his fame is not in the earth right now, to be technical. The fame of the Lord is in the men of the Lord, especially the women that's cleaving to the men of the Lord, that's teaching his word, regardless if you a sister or you a wife. You know, the Lord is only famous to us. Like he's popular to the ones that truly believe, let alone even the elites. They believe in the Lord. This is why they're moving the way that they have to move, right? So I have a few precepts here. Lord willing, the Spirit allow us to go even longer. You know, Passover is coming real soon. So I just want y'all to know there's a lot of turmoil going on right now. And this is what we want. Each kingdom had a beginning, a middle, and an end. The only kingdom that's not going to have an end is the kingdom, the beginning of Jacob, Sirach chapter 6, verse 9, right? But we have to wait for all these other kingdoms to fall in order for us to get that glory. So I'm going to start with Isaiah chapter 24, verse 21. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 21. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth." Now, Jake is not like a ruler on the earth. He don't have a cream of the pot unless Esau has given it to him. Now, it is nations, what we see in Psalms 83, verse 6, that are around his table. But Esau is in the high places, regardless if you don't accept it or not. The main two characters of these scriptures is Esau's descendants and Jacob's descendants. Everybody else is a character in the Most High story. Sirach 39 and 21. Everybody that was created has a purpose. You have a purpose. But the Lord is going to tear down the ones that are on high. Usually, the normal saying, anybody on high can be easily knocked down because they're on high. You just got to hit them down at the bottom. Just like the stone that was carved not from man's hand is going to knock down that damn statue that was in Nebuchadnezzar's dream, which is Hamashiach Yahushai. We waiting on that. I mean, the hopeful elect is waiting on that. The whole world is not waiting on that. They waiting for that PPP loan. They waiting to get that extra check so they can get a BBL. I forgot what I called a big black loser, or I forgot what name I gave to the BBL. This is Psalm 76 verse 12. It says, "He shall cut off the spirit of the prince. He is terrible to the kings of the earth." Yes, because the Lord is great and terrible. The Lord killeth and he maketh alive. The Lord is gonna break the record for the biggest genocide on the earth. The Lord is gonna cut off the spirit of the prince. Who's the prince of this earth? The prince of this earth is the same one that blinded everybody, right? 2 Corinthians, I believe that's what I'm thinking. 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, verse 4. It says, "In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them." Right? It has to be in that program, because your heart deviseth your ways, but direct your step. If the Lord didn't see life in you, he's not going to direct you to this truth. So the Lord is allowing the God of this world, that prince, to deceive you, just like what he did with Job. All of us, we got to take every scripture, because Yahushua come in the whole volume of the book, and you have to see yourself in the volume of this book to prepare yourself for what's to come. You know, let's get it. This is Job chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them." You know, the sons of God would be really the elect, you know, the chosen bloodline, which we would say is Israelites, right? And Satan came also among them, right? And that shows you could look at this in the spirit, you could look at it in the natural, because when you go to 1 Kings 22, it shows you that the spirits on the left hand side and on the right hand side, they have counsel with the Most High. The Most High tell them, "Hey, I need somebody to do this, or I need you to go do this." Don't take my word for it. Go read it for yourself. 1 Kings chapter 22, I would really say read verse 12 all the way down, you know, so you can get the point and then the whole conclusion in the plot of the whole matter. You know, you can go read that for yourself and see what I'm talking about. So again, Job chapter 1, verse 7. "And Yahweh said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and walking up and down it." So that show you that the left hand side, you know, is going through the whole earth, seeing who he can devour and put in a trap, right? But you have to know, if the Lord can see your heart, those spirits on the left and right hand side, they are a power from the Most High. So the Lord gave them the ability to know your weak nature. You know, this spirit understand that it was following the Lord, but it had to tempt because it was following what the Lord allowed him to do. But Job didn't. Job didn't break. The man dropped down and started bowing down to the Lord, and he started knowing, you know, I came out naked, I returned back to my mother naked. I received evil and I received good from the Lord. The Lord is great and he is terrible, right? But just read a few more. Verse 8, it says, "And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job? Is there none like him in the earth? A perfect and a bright man, one that feareth the Most High and showeth evil." So you have to know, each and every day, the Lord is allowing you to be tested. You know, the left hand side will come with your most desires. You know, if your desire is weed or women, whatever your desire is, the left hand side will intrigue that. You know, and even just looking at the screen, I mean, you know, the StreamYard, they can see my poster that I had right here. But you know, for YouTube, you don't see it. And that poster right there, all this came to pass. You know, the judgment of the people that did it, it didn't come to pass just yet. You know, I'll show everybody on YouTube. You know, let me not be stingy. Right here, y'all already seen it. Everybody that's on YouTube, y'all already seen this before. You know, the Lord records everything that goes on in his creation, which is, you know, this earth, this platform. The Lord records everything. The heaven and the earth is recording everything. So it's nothing that cannot be seen, anything on this earth that is not noticed. Right? Let me just get the NLT version of this verse that I want. Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, which is even fine in the KJV. It just, that last verse hit crazy different when you read it in the NLTZ. Let me see if we can find it. Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, in the New Living Translation, verse 14. "The Most High will judge us for everything we do, including every secret thing, whether good or bad." You know, every nation is getting judged, but Israel, we have to get judged first, because we are the children of the Most High. We are peculiar. The Lord created us to be holy, just like He is holy, set apart. You know, and a lot of us is working hard to be set apart, and sometimes it is difficult. You know, but as a true servant of the Lord, these spirits that the Most High created, they have a job. And if you really believe in the Lord, you're gonna trust in Him, and not fold away. You know. Yep, I see you. The brother Corel, he put Amos 9:8. It says, "Behold, the eyes of Yahweh power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. And the reason why he's not utterly destroying, because he has another task for Israel, right? Which is the men of the Lord of today. Verse 11, we're rebuilding the tabernacles of David. The Most High is rebuilding the tabernacles of David through his men. You know, he's establishing his ministry through his men. You know, Proverbs 8:4. The Lord is calling the men. You know, the Lord is calling the men. And that's how we put order back in this place. So men, we have to start prophesying the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We got to start calling the name of the Lord. And that just made me think of Baruch. Which one was it? You can go to chapter 2. Is this the one I want? This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. There's only one name. Regardless if you want to argue that and die hard, it's only one name when you bring it back into Paleo Hebrew, which is the ancient words, right? The ancient language is Hebrew. Before the time of Babel, Hebrew. When Yahweh Shai got put on the cross, in that time, what was the three major important languages? Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. And if the Spirit fell upon, especially the Israelite men, especially in Acts chapter 2, we were able to speak multiple language when that Spirit went upon you. That spirit of tongues get put upon some of us. And some of our brothers that could be in the truth, that is in the truth and not in the truth, like Apostle Elder Rimlock, he could speak English and then speak Spanish. Right there, that to me, that technically that is a spirit of the tongues where he could speak English and Spanish, and he could speak Hebrew, a little of Portuguese too. So we praising the Most High in His ancient true name, which is Yahweh. When you go into Matthew the first chapter, when they called a son Jesus, they called him Yahweh Shai in that time because there was no J's. And that's the mystery of these scriptures. It will come to pass that in the land of our captivity, we're gonna go back to speaking our true language. Verse 33, it says, "In return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before Yahweh." Only a few is gonna remember, and it's not like some people. Yahweh, yeah, he spoke Arabic, yeah, because what was the number three beliefs in the earth in the time of the time of Yahweh Shai? Even a little after him, it got greater, was Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. Those was the three joints that was getting pushed in the world. And it was all just because our belief, the Hebrew Israelites, ours was strong. But when you see when Paul was blinded, Yahweh Shai spoke to Paul in Hebrew, ancient Hebrew. But I just had to clear that up. We're gonna think upon his name, which goes off of he exists or he to be. Going into Hebrew, the Lord is Yahweh, right? And how he said we return from our stiff neck, only a few will return from their stiff neck. Some people think it's just a handshake gesture or giving just $1 to the homeless. It's what's next. You're supposed to be reading, and if you're a father or a mother, you should be teaching your children. Be an example. It's a verse that I sent to everybody. Let me see, because this is gonna come to pass too. This verse right here, people are not gonna have a care for children or anybody that's not really serving the Lord. What's the one I wanted? Ooh, that's a good one too. Hold on. First, I want to give y'all this one. Okay, this is Sirach chapter 16, verse 3 in the Good News Translation. It says, "Don't put much hope in their future or expect them to live a long life. One child who does the Lord's will is better than 1,000 who do not. It is better to go to your grave with no children at all than to have children who are godless, you know? And a lot of us have godless children that don't believe, you know? We even have parents that don't believe, you know? And when we look at Mark 3 and 35, whoever do the will of my Father is my brother, mother, and sister. And that goes back to what we just read in Baruch 2 and 33. Only a few is going to return from their stiff neck. Only a few is going to return back to the Lord from their sin and their wicked thoughts and their wicked ways. You know, everybody is not built for this on this side. I just want to read one more. This one was fire too. This is Sirach 27, verse 12 to 13, dropping down to 15 in a Good New Translation. It says, when you find yourself with stupid people, look for some excuse to leave. But when you are with serious-minded people, stay as long as you can. The stories that foolish people tell are offensive, and they make jokes about the worst kinds of sin. It is painful to listen to them insult each other, and such blustering can lead to violence. Now, the main point is the beginning. You know, why are we in this place and we trying to find ourselves, we trying to find our power, we trying to come back to the Lord. Make sure you don't when you find yourself with stupid people, look for a way to leave. We should always try to be around serious minded people. Now you're gonna try to be a light around stupid people. I'll be a light around stupid people, men, women, children, kids. You know, you want to be that light, but when you growing, especially if you want to have the spirit of the Lord, the spirit of the Rakakwadash, where you can answer where you can answer any question. You know, you're not getting mad. You know, when you want the spirit of discernment, you want the spirit of healing. You want growth in this thing. You want to grow in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You don't want to be lazy no more. You know, you don't want to be prideful. You don't want to be proudful. You know, then that means you want to be around serious-minded people. You know, you want to get in this truth where somebody is pushing you to go harder. Like you did 7, but you need to go more. You know, it's always room to go harder. You know, because this kingdom is promised, but only for the few. You know, the brother Corell said, "Khan, I'm dealing with that with my mother. She know the truth, but don't want to obey it." You know, and it's just because the Lord gave him a delusion. Let him be blind for that moment. This is another. I'm about to say this prayer that I've been saying, especially if you want your family, if you want to grow in this thing, especially if you have family that's cleaving. It's different if they not. But this is a prayer that it motivates me. You know, especially if you want to be a light around somebody, just be an example. Yahweh Bahashim Bakia, which means the Most High in the name of Yahweh Shah the world, and he calls Jesus Christ. Bless me, you know, bless me, you know. Our mind should be on the righteous. So this video is to motivate, you know, the righteous, and then on the other side, for the ones that don't believe, you can keep believing all you want, but this will come to pass. And if you want to come in this thing at the last minute, woe unto you, you know. I highly doubt the Lord is dealing with somebody, a last minute man, last minute woman, and you doing it on your time. Oh, this is the last. Okay, now I'm about to do it. That's terrible. You know, it's like a basketball player waiting for the shot clock to come. 5, 4, 3, and then he shoot it in the air ball or miss. Nigga, you come on, man. You could have just passed it to somebody if you were gonna do all of that and then you airball. You know, a lot of y'all gonna wait at the last minute and you're gonna airball, miss very hard because the Lord don't know you, right? They keep reading. No. We don't want to drift, y'all. We don't want to drift, y'all. So let's go to Psalms 68 real quick. You know, the Lord is gonna cut off the nations. So as soon as He cut off the nations, you have to know that we're gonna grow in power. We're gonna grow in stature. You know, when this kingdom fall, which it will, we're gonna grow. You know, yeah, because He knows people's intentions. He know they heart not really in it, right? That's St. John 17 and 10. The Lord searched the heart and tried to reign and give every man according to his ways. This is why some of us, I believe, but I don't. That's Romans 10 and 2, London, you know, where people have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge, right? Psalms chapter 68, verse 35. It says, O power, thou art terrible out of thy holy places. The Most High of Israel is he that giveth strength and power unto his people. Blessed be the Most High. You know, the Most High is terrible in his high holy place because he's watching us. He's looking down at us like, nope, you know. And the Lord has vengeance on his mind. Yes, he has a reward, you know. He has a reward on his mind too. And the reward, that reward is vengeance, and that reward is glory, you know. You got a reward that's glorious, and then you got a reward that's terrible. And if you know the Lord is terrible, you should be working to be worthy in the eyes of the Lord. Because to fall in the hands of the Lord, like to fall in the hands of the Lord, like we saying in this truth or getting chastised. But when you fall into the hands of the Lord and you don't want to serve him, oh, I wish that, man, actually, I wish that on any ignorant mother sucker that want to be lazy, you know? You don't want that spirit around you where you want to be lazy, you want to go against the Lord when you have a chance to do the work of the Lord, but you want to choose to serve him. You don't want, the more you around people like that, the more you become the company you keep. That's the rules in the hood, you know? You are the company that you keep. What company is you keeping? You know? If you dwell around righteous men all the time and they righteous, guess what? You're dwelling around spirits, righteous spirits on the right hand side. Think about that. You know, when you around wicked spirits and you ain't bringing no light, you just dwelling around some lefties, left spirits on the left hand side, tickling your fancy. You know, if you had the spirit on you, you would know that you got is enemies around you. You don't got no light coming shining out of you. And then you bring that spirit in your household, you know. Then you start to find out why your wife is two-faced or your brothers act a certain way, because you got a spirit on your ass, right? But let's keep the motion. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 1. It says, but the soul of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. Why? Because Sirach chapter 4 verse 28, they strive for the truth until death, and the Most High shall fight for them. Just like David. Wait, stay right there. When you hear the trees like that somebody marching, just know I went ahead of you. Soon as he knew he went ahead, then he can go. The Lord is making a way for us. We just have to keep striving, you know? You understand? So we are in the hands of the Lord. That goes back to St. John chapter 10. Nobody can pluck us out of the hands of the Lord. If the Lord take you out with his hand, the Lord not fucking dealing with you. I'm sorry. I got to say it like that. You know, we got to work to be in his hands. Stop trying to be in recess. Recess is out of his hand. Wonderland is out of his hand. Fantasy world is out of his hand. You want to be in the hands of the Lord, you know, where it's healing and strength, it's long suffering. Yes, it's affliction, but that's going to make you stronger. Getting to the kingdom comes with long suffering. Uh, uh, um, getting the kingdom, getting into the kingdom, you have to work on discipline. How can you know how to rule if you don't know how to be a slave? Because to be a slave, you get to see how your rulers treat you, you know. Let me just get this side precept because I just thought about what Master said in his joint. His Proverbs 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous, no, this is not the one I wanted. I got the precepts all in my head. I got so many things in my head right now. If somebody can think, what did it say? The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. It's crazy. I'm always going to that precept. Where can you be, buddy Opal? Oh, I think I found it. Salaki, found it. Because somebody was about to drop that precept. I found it. This Proverbs 21 verse 2. Every way a man, nope, Salaki, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is the one that turns the heart this way and that way. Oh, I'm about to give you stimulus checks. Oh, now I'm about to take it away. Up now we about to get this MOTB. The Lord is showing us right now who these mother suckers is. Let alone if you are working for your own salvation, seeking out your own salvation in fear and trembling, the Lord is showing you that his power in the earth. That's why what I said earlier, the elect on this side, the Lord is famous to them. He's popular. He's the number one demand in their life. Because they can see what the Lord is doing. You know, we see in Daniel 2 and 21, the Lord set up kings and remove kings. Every 4 years and every 8 years, you see these little puppets getting set up and getting removed. We're in the Most High story, so it had to take place for Putin and all of them to be in their role, to be in their lot. Joe Biden and Donald Duck is probably one of the worst ones to put in office. One is old and don't even know how to walk up a step or ride a bike. He damn near almost out the door. Then you got another one that makes the ugliest face, but niggas like him. You know what I'm saying? This place right now, the elites is just letting it run free because the elite has another agenda. You know, goes back to the righteous are in the hands of the Lord. If you are in the hands of the Lord, you are observing, you are getting ready for the times. Second Ezra chapter 9, you have to measure out the times. And right now we seeing it because America is falling. And them mother suckers won't be able to get back up. So Salaki for that. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 2. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Right? Yes, we're gonna smile if death meets us in the face, because we're trying to lay ourselves down for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So take our life if you need be, because we trying to stand bold for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I'm just speaking that, for the righteous. The righteous is not thinking on death because it's gonna happen. And we know that the flesh goes to the earth and the spirit goes to the Most High. But even with that mentality, the men and the women are trying to work in the eyes of the Lord. So when they get taken out, they can seem worthy in the eyes of the Lord. When you read 2 Timothy 2 and 15 in G&T, win the approval in the sight of the Lord. So say if you do get shot and you die, you go up to the kingdom, either the Lord send you right back right before, that judgment, or next thing you know, you just see yourself in the kingdom, or basically we'll be in the air with Yahushua when he comes back, because whoever dies in the name of the Lord, and when he comes back, the ones that die for the name of Yahushua, they're going to rise first. And then the ones that's living, they're going to rise second, get beamed up in the chariots. All praises, but your hope should be full of immortality. It should be on your mind. The kingdom, the kingdom, the kingdom, my crown, my crown. Nobody, if somebody in your way, you better do that Marshawn Lynch stiff arm, the Heisman, every time. Even when you get in the way of you, stiff arm yourself. You stiff arm yourself by rebuking, I rebuke myself even if I'm not doing this, because you in the flesh. You got to tell your flesh, I'm running this shit. How is you running it? By the Rakah Kodash, by the power that the Most High can give you to strive for him. If Yahweh is allowing you to continue to take steps, the Lord is allowing you to push. Soon as you had that thought, nah, I don't want to do this no more. Oh, we teaching the same thing. I don't want to go outside. How about we do this? Man, that's the spirit on the left-hand side trying to stop you from your crown. That's Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. Don't hold on. Let me get that. You can't just bring out something fire like that and don't bring it out. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. It says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So you need to hold fast to this understanding, these breakdowns, so that when Yahweh Shai come, he can see that you were faithful and you believe. The biggest prophecy that a lot of congregations is not talking about, regardless if you accept it or not, outside of Great Millstone, of course, Sakari and other affiliates with the same understanding. The MOTB, Revelation 13, is a physical mark and is coming soon. That's gonna show so much on somebody's faith when you can't buy nothing. You know, when you go to Revelation 19, anybody trying to go back to Egypt, depend on Egypt mentally, spiritually, and financially, you're gonna be doomed. Soon as this community, this empire falls, you supposed to have that F mentality. I'm going by faith. You're gonna go by faith that you believe the Lord is gonna provide that spiritual manna like we did in the desert. People are too excited about living in this life that I'm gonna get my food. I'm gonna get this. You don't know what it how it feel when you going a day or 2 days without no food, where you have to scavenge to go look for some food, where you might have to go eat a grasshopper or a locust that you don't even like bugs, and you gonna have to crunch and munch that mother sucker. You don't know because you so lively in your bubble, in your house. You got food. I got 7 cars. I got a Bentley. I got a Benz. You so freaking comfortable. I can't wait till you niggas lose it. I can't wait for you niggas to lose what you got. All of us. Because then that's going to show who really got faith. The movie The Book of Eli, Resident Evil, Dawn of the Dead. When that joint happened, they had to hop into reality ASAP. But guess what? In the story that the Lord gave us, He prepared a way where you can be ready now. So when chaos dropped, just like my curtains over, up, shit is happening. You just close that curtain and you put something right in the door. Nobody come in, but we are gonna stop everything we doing. We're gonna call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Bakia. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Bakia. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Bakia. In that time, you're gonna want the Lord to bless you with some food, bless you with water, bless you with a way to which way to go. Lord willing, the Most High bless you with your brothers knocking at your door like, hey, we about to get out of here. You want to call on the name of the Lord. But a lot of y'all don't believe in the Lord. When that day come, you only calling on the Lord because it's convenient to you because you're in trouble. But you wasn't calling on the Lord before that trouble came. There's a difference between a lot of us. Call on the Lord before the trouble come so that He's already preparing that way for you. Right? Let's go to this where my brother Bashar, he put me on to this one. You know, and I'm gonna read this in the NLT too. You gotta get the flavors. You know, this is Isaiah 43, and I'm going to start at 15. It says, I am Yahweh, your Holy One, Israel's creator and king. I am the Lord who opened a way through the waters, making a dry path through the sea. I call forth the mighty army of Egypt with all its chariots and horses, and I drew them beneath the waves, and they drowned, their lives snuffed out like a smothering candlestick. But forget all of that. It is nothing compared to what I am going to do, for I am about to do something new. See, I already begun. Do you not see it? Now, if you ain't really striving or sincere in this, your ass ain't gonna see that the Lord been making a way for us, making a way for his true children, you know. And you're gonna know by seeing your enemies fall, you know. If a kingdom is divided itself, it shall fall. That is a sign that the Lord is showing you He's doing something in the midst. It's a huge deflation coming. There's these credit cards, this money. The elites is like, you know what? I want to go to something new. The Lord is trying to do something new. Now they want to do something new. What's the number one thing getting pushed in this world? Technology, AI. So you have to understand this mark, this MOTB is going to be something physical. When it cometh to pass, oh, it will come to pass. And the ones that wasn't serious in getting their household and their self ready, some of us is going to fall. Some of y'all, if the Lord dealing with, you're going to be like, dang, I was wrong about this prophecy, so they was right. You're going to be real, true men and women are going to repent for believing in the wrong understanding of a prophecy, and they didn't prepare themselves. Some people think they're prepared because they got a bug out bag at the door or a bug out bag in the closet. If you don't got your bug out spirit in your mind, getting your faith, your belief ready, that bug out bag ain't shit. You need to get your spirit and your mental ready for what's to happen. You know, a lot of y'all don't know about Women don't know about getting kidnapped. Now, some women probably do, getting raped and all of that. Some of y'all don't know about that. Some of y'all don't know about going a few days without no food. Just like what happened to Israel, Cleveland, and other guys, they eventually start eating their children. It's going to, when there's no food, you can't find no food. You might be like a Chinese man eating a dog, eating that chihuahua, you know? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 5. This was the main point. You could read all the way down to 9, which is way fire. Actually, you know what? Let me go to it. Let me go to it. So verse 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. So the Lord chastised us just to prove, to see if we worthy for his kingdom. Worthy for, to get that glorified body, you got to show that you worthy. That's why I said, in order to know how to rule, to be a king, you got to know how to be a slave. And because with Adam and Eve, now we get to know the evil. You get to know the bad, which if they didn't, we would have been immortal. We would have just knew good. But now look at this. The Lord has given us a chance to know bad. So when we get that glorified body, we get that kingdom, we will never do evil again. You would never do evil again. Look how weak it got us. You know, migraines, headaches. The Lord said he has sent diseases on us. You got people out here looking normal and they over here, I got herpes. I got STDs and just normal as hell. The Lord is great and terrible, and a lot of us can't see because the Lord put that veil over you. This is the Lord's story, and it's the best story ever known. And if you worried about getting a record deal, you worried about a BBL, worried about your damn six figures, or instead of getting your spiritual six figures, you are doomed. You know, like a movie, you watch the beginning, eventually this movie is gonna end. Let that sit. You watch a TV show, one episode, you watch one movie. It starts and it's going to end. So what you think about this? Shouldn't we prepare for the end? Let me get another precept. You hear? Let me get another precept. I think we can go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and chapter 7 verse 8. Yeah, we're going to have to go to this precept. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patience in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So if you're patient in spirit, you're going to be occupied. You're going to endure to the end. You're going to double up. But better is the end of a thing. So it's better that this is going to end. This is going to be better than the beginning of America's growth. You know, when our kingdom ended, that was a good thing. Better is the end of a thing. But the best thing about the end of Esau's, our beginning is going to be, because we already had a taste of rulership in the time of Solomon. Him having 1,000 wives. None of us was slaves. We were, even in the lower class, we was looking good. That was a taste of the kingdom. Let alone the kingdom is within you, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. If you coming back in this thing with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the sincere milk, the parables, the dark sayings, and the prophecies, you already have a taste of the kingdom. Because without wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you don't have no kingdom. And when we get that kingdom, our wisdom, our knowledge, and our mind is going to grow beyond. You can't even master your mind right now. And it was something I seen on YouTube that it hit. He was trying to be spiritual, but he's not. But what he was saying, it wasn't. But when you look at this, your left side right here controls the right of your brain. The right of your brain controls the left. And the left side of your brain controls the right. And so how he was saying, he said, we need to be in sync with the Lord like this. You see how deep this is? And at first when I was watching, I'm like, man, that's not deep. But when you think about it, your left side of your brain controls the right. And your right side of the brain controls the left. And you see, I use both of my mind to make a sequence to be one. When you go into Galatians 5, the flesh and the spirit are going against one another. They resist one another. So if you really are the chosen of the Lord, you're trying to make your left and your right come to one. Really, your spirit and your flesh become one. But what one do you want to be? You want to be on one accord with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And if you really trying to work, you're trying to work to be this for the Lord, right? Where there's no cuts. You trying to do his commands, whatever he requires. But as soon as we do this, we want to do our own thing. I'm either left or I'm right. But in order to be the elect, you want to be in sync with the Lord, using your left side and your right side, control both as one. And the only way we can be one is if we cleave to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Wow, that just motivated me. Now, before I go back to Wisdom of Solomon, let's go to Romans, the 8th chapter, verse 18. You know, this is what it says, Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Let me say it again. This is that anticipation of glory. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Because it's an anticipated glory. In order to get that glory, you gotta wait. But for the elect, we're so anticipated. We're so yo. Do you know when my sister Yadora had the dream of the kingdom and how beautiful? I'm trying to tell my wives more. I can't wait to see your real beauty in the kingdom. You know, me as a man, you know, they already get to see my beauty by how I lead, by following the Lord, you know, by being a man of the Lord. But for a woman, men through the spirit, we're logical. We do look at the body. We do look at what we see. You know, we're logical vessels. So am I logical just to see what our women go through, let alone their stress and depression, their anxiety, them overthinking, their emotions? It comes out in their face. You can see it in their acne. You can see it in their teeth. You can see it in their demeanor, let alone how they smell, you know? So in the kingdom, the woman is going to be a complete woman, especially the woman that was on this side, being a high tower to her husband, be a loving and silent and playing a woman as a role, not correcting. If this man's serving the Lord, she just being a woman, being a mother, you know. And then in the kingdom, she's going to get that real reward where now somebody else is going to take care of your kids. And all you got to do is pop them kids out, love those kids, and still be a woman and be a light to other women, because some of our women are going to be considered wise out of all. The beauty in the kingdom is anticipated, like we're anticipated. We're amped for it to come. You know, that's why the men of the Lord is working. People, why GMS? Why these brothers always making videos? Because we're amped. We want that crown. We want that kingdom. What's on your damn mind? Let's get it. Oh man. Hold on. Wait a second. I got another precept for that, but I gotta get him. This is Second Ezra chapter 13. You know, brothers is standing in great boldness because they want something that they haven't even seen, something they ain't never had. A Bentley, a Bugatti, that's not even compared to a chariot, brother. You could throw a football from end zone to end zone. How about I fly from end zone to end zone? We are not the same. You know, Lil Wayne want to be a Martian. You could be that. I want to be a god. What is we talking about, right? This is Second Ezra chapter 13. Salaki, I want to make sure I get the one where they said they stand up in great boldness for the Lord. Oh yeah, no, that's Second Ezra chapter 2. I'm at Second Ezra 13. I was about to go a little too deep for y'all. Hold on, my bad. Salaki family, I was in the wrong area. Here we go. This is Second Ezra chapter 2, and I'm gonna actually read 42 to 47. You know, that's the main point. Actually, I'll read the point and then I'll read back up. This is Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 47. Let's just read the point. It says, and he answered and said unto me, he is the Son of Man, because the Son of Man, Yahushua, was crowning these people in Ezra's vision, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them who stood so firmly for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. So second Ezra, if we wanted them numbers, he's seen you. He's seen you getting crowned. Oh man, that's amazing. Now that just hit me, and I've been reading this. I've been reading this a lot, bringing it out and all that. Now it just hit me even more. This man saw the elect getting crowned. He saw them. And these was the ones right now that's standing firm for the Lord. Oh man, you brothers that's standing firm for the Lord, keep doing it. If you feel you ain't doing good enough, start a YouTube channel, start teaching, go out to the highways and byways. Some of us might need a huge crew, but if you so anticipated, you too excited for this, just go where it's not too many people, where you won't be, you won't feel like you getting cut, so you can hold yourself. You want to be wise, hold yourself strong, and just still stay with edifying. Line you up some precepts like I do in my notebook. Line you up some precepts, and then start bringing them precepts out, and the spirit might flow where you just lining other precepts and being edifying. Everything that we do, the Lord is watching. So show Him a show. Look at the wicked women out here twerking. The Lord watching. They showing Him a show, but they're gonna get doomed. We gotta be different, holy, set apart, be separate. Show the Lord I'm about this. Show the Lord you got faith. Like I just took my son last night. We had a beautiful night. The movie we watched, I seen spiritual moments. I'm telling them, you can't see this, you can't see that, but I'm just amped. Like that's my son. Like his mind ain't gonna be like mine, but he sees certain things. But I was so amped, like, yo, man, it's a blood moon in here. They don't even know, but And he like, yeah, Yahweh Shai coming. Like that is fire. We're so excited for Yahweh Shai to come that one little small thing that make you think of the Lord, you get amped. And this is what we want. We want to stand firmly for the name of the Lord. We want to stand firmly in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? So let's read it for what it is. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 42 to 48, going into Ezra sees the Most High Son in a vision. So he's seen Yahweh Shai and he's seen the elect getting crowned. So if we of that number, Ezra seen us, that'd be fire. We get in the kingdom and Ezra be like, yo, I saw you. I saw you. Like I saw y'all getting crowned. That would be fire. You can't tell me this is not like, this is amazing, man. They had visions of the end, and we can be of that number, Lord willing. That is motivation, man. Verse 42, it says, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there were a young man of high statures, taller than all the rest. Upon the head of every one he placed a crown, and was ever more exalted, which I marvel at so greatly. So just like Romans 10 and 2, London, it shows you that these men, had a zeal for the Lord according to knowledge, because they knew Yahweh Shai was the knowledge. Yahweh Shai was the wisdom. Yahweh Shai was the word. So we have to know this is serious, because Yahweh Shai paid the biggest penalty for our sins. He put it all on his back and laid that to rest on the cross. And since we believe in him, we got to lay ourselves on that cross too, if we want to be firmly for the Lord, so that we can say we have a zeal for the Lord according to knowledge. London. Verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms. It goes again. The ones in Romans 10 and 2, they had a zeal of knowledge. They just didn't know Yahweh Shai. They didn't really understand the Most High, because they didn't understand him in knowledge. In order to want, having the desire for wisdom getteth to the kingdom. So if you have a desire to get the knowledge of the Lord, you're pushing yourself to the kingdom. The Lord tells us in 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 4, swallow down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. So if we have a zeal for the Most High, make sure you have a zeal for his knowledge, according to knowledge. London. All of us need to have a zeal for the Most High. but have it according to knowledge. You have to understand it's about the Most High. But now the Most High brought a vessel down on earth that is the image of Him, that comes in His power and in His wisdom as a man. And He did that and lay Himself down for us. So we have to sit back. What have you been doing for the Lord? We have to be humble to say, not enough. Verse 46. Then I asked the angel, who is the young man that crowneth them? And he giveth them palms in their hands. And he answered and said unto me, He is the Son, He is the Most High Son, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them who stood firmly for the name of the Lord. When you stand firmly for the name of the Lord, when we understand the Psalms, His Son is going to come in His name. So when you stand firm in the name of the Lord, you stand firm in His Son. Because in order to get to the Father, you have to get in the Son. And the Lord made His ministry this way. In order for you to come to me, you got to go through my Son, because I picked this man. I created this man to make everything. The Lord didn't have to do nothing because He created Yahushai. And then Yahushai created the other powers, which is the elect and the other angels. And we helped Yahushai make all of these things. When you go into Genesis and you see day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, in the Lord's time, because He was doing this, it was 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. But we are in our human estate. We're under the sun. So the way how the Lord is a mathematician, He broke it down in the better sense of us. So now we read day 1 and day 2. But the mystery, when you get the mystery, you're going to look at when He say day 1 as 1,000. Because each time He did something, it took 1,000 days. You know, it took 1,000 just for Him to make all those things. But in our eyes, it took a day. And that's how deep the Most High is, right? So we speak firmly of Yahushai because He comes in the whole volume of the Bible. We don't just speak firmly of Yahushai of the New Testament. We speak firmly of Yahushai in the Old, because the Lord been trying to show us about His Son before He came on the earth, because Yahushai was already with the Father in His kingdom. That's why you got to know the Most High's power is beyond this human form. Verse 48. Then the angel said unto me, Go and tell my people what manner of things and what great wonders of Yahweh Shemashai thy power thou hast seen. Now, I don't see this in my, in my dreams and my visions. But now the Lord is making the men of the Lord more equipped, just to show me your faith. Just like the woman that touched Yahushai's garment that I've been saying in a few videos, you have to have that same faith, that in order to understand the Most High, just like my daughter Paris just said yesterday, she's 2 years old and grabbed the Bible and said, this is how you get to the kingdom. If you had the Spirit of the Lord, you're going to know in order to get your kingdom, you have to go read who you are. It's not like the Lion King, like Simba, remember who you are, where he can just look in the water and know who he is. We have to read. We have to go seek the men of the Lord that's teaching the hard, deep things. Because 2nd Ezra chapter 14, the Lord said, keep some of these things public and give the rest to the wise people. Because those were secrets. And the secrets, how they wrote down the scriptures, is through precepts. Here a little and there a little. They're decoded. They're like a puzzle. You got to go find and search. And this is how the Lord is going to make His elect search for Him. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. He has the complete plan. Now the brother Corell just put these 2 verses. These are my motivations too, bro. The verse you just put up, those are my motivation. I'm going to put it on the screen for, this is St. John chapter 10, verse 1 and 2. It says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door, which is Yahushai, into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. You want to, yeah. So anybody that's coming, trying to come in the Most High truth another way, you are a robber. It's only one way you come in this, and it's through Yahushai. That's why it says, St. John 6 and 44. Unless the Father, the Most High, draws you to His Son, the Lord ain't dealing with you in this truth. Verse 2. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. And when you really read this, you got to understand there's so many people that came through the door of Yahushua. When you look at it, no, not really. Because who is the door? Yahushua, a man. So who is the Lord calling first to come through the door to teach all of this? Men. And that's why you look at Abba Bibbins, Mashad, all the way down to Elder Tahir and so on and so on. The men that the Lord used to start this thing, to start his movement, you know, the Lord brought them through the door. Analyze this. In their time, they didn't have no YouTube. They was using cassette tapes, and you had to go look for them and go buy them, go home and put it in a joint, and watch it. Look at us now. It traveled, upgraded, and society upgraded, technology upgraded, and the Lord put that spirit on Esau to make YouTube, and he made it for engine. You can make money, you can watch these videos, but the Lord was using him to make that for the elect to teach this word. You know, the Lord you can do what you want, but I'm gonna really make you make that this invention, and it's gonna really be for teaching my word. But when you look at YouTube, you're like, man, this is more than his word. He could do this and do that. You can do this on YouTube. You could do that. You are right. All those other things outside the ministry is a distraction. Facebook. Yeah, you can go talk to people from different cities, different countries. Is the same as YouTube. The Lord made it so that we could still bring out this word from across from each other. Let alone brothers can be in other cities and they can be in your congregation. They might not be in your city, but they can hit you up on Messenger. Because YouTube, you got to hit it in the comments. So all these Snapchats and Instagrams, when you look at it in a righteous aspect, that was just how the Lord is using those things to get out his word. You know, all praise to the Most High, for those men that actually went through that door. Now, let me just bring out this last one after I brought out the Romans 8 and 18, and then I'll go back to Wisdom of Solomon, right? So this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." So all this that we going through is just working out smoothly for the glory we working for. Some of us just want to sit there and wait for the glory to come. The Lord not dealing with that mentality. We're in a place of hell. This is the place of judgment, and you niggas rather just be lazy on your block. You rather niggas is just waking up game all day and don't know. Y'all niggas don't know what's going on. That's why y'all deserve to get smacked on that butt. Y'all deserve a nuke on y'all head, and Lord willing, y'all can play the PlayStation or the Xbox when that comes. This is Ecclesiastes, verse 16. "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. The wickedness was there in the place of righteousness. That iniquity was there." Right? In this place, you have righteousness in it, and you have wickedness. Because you have the nations, especially Esau, and of course Jake promoting wickedness. Diddy, Mickey, I'm calling you Mickey, and all you other buffooneries. Then you have righteousness, which just comes through the men of the Lord that's out here. And the Lord will have an Edomite make a whole YouTube video. Oh, God chosen people. Close the door. God chosen people are the black Latinos and natives. So the Lord used that damn heathen just to say that. Guess what? That was his purpose. All praise to the Most High. But under the sun, we are in a place of judgment. But niggas is like, this is one hell of a place. Hey, and it's hey, you can go in Sirach. Hey, you can do that as long as it's not unrighteous. You do your thing. But it's another scripture you go to. While we over here having a good time, you're like, hi. Every day it's a hi. Every day it's a hey. And you ain't even getting them scriptures, not one. You ain't even calling the name of the Lord. Yeah, how about your mouth? Hi. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. So why abuse this world and it's about to pass away? Let's use it. Let's not abuse it. Y'all niggas was using crack, and now look at you. You're abusing it. I'm not telling you to go use crack, but guess what? You use the world. Go get your EBT. Use the world. Go get your food stamps. Go use the world. Go get you a job. Use the world. Hey, go get that six-figure job. Go get it. Use it. But don't abuse it where it takes you, oh man, now I want to go up the ladder, but in the spirit, you're not going up the ladder. You're not laying riches in the spirit world. For your kingdom. But you laying it all here. Look at all that I did. They just say, thank God. That's why Luke 6:46, it says, why call me Lord, Lord, but not do the things that I say? Some people just feel just saying the Lord's name, they did the work. It's more. It's more than what you just think, you know? But back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 6. I'll start at 5 again because that's where we left off. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High have approved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold is in the furnace, have he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. So we're laying ourselves down and the Lord is receiving us as a burnt offering. He's receiving us as an offering, you know? So you should be coming set apart from the world, right? When we doing this work, when we being sincere, being an example for the Lord, you know. Verse 7, in the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. Who is that stubble? Esau. Daniel 12:3, Matthew chapter 13 verse 43. You know, in the day of our visitation, which when Yahweh Shai come, we're gonna be shine bright like a diamond. That's fire. The Lord gonna have brothers really shining out here, man. Verse 8, and it says, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. And that goes back to when we said that in Isaiah 24:21, you know, it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh will punish the host of the high ones that are on high. And then while he punishing them, he's going to take their kingdom, take their dominion and give it to us. You know, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's going, man, we going to take their dominion and the Lord is going to give it to us. How you like that with cookies in the milk? Right? Let's go to Daniel the 7th chapter real quick. Daniel chapter 7. Verse 25. And he shall speak great words. Wait, no. Wait, 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, which they're wearing us out each and every day, and think to change times and laws, which they did, and they're going to try to do it again. You know, when freedom of speech go, they're going to do it again. It says, and they shall be given into his hands until a time and times and dividing of times. And the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. Right? So we have to, in order for this kingdom to fall, his dominion must be taken. His power must be taken. His heaven must be taken. Right? In the kingdom and dominion in the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, which is the elect, starting with Yahushai, David, the 12 apostles, and the elect out of the 144,000, right? Which is the 144,000, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him, right? So all Israel is going to be beautiful, and we're going to be in the ruling seat. Yes, it's going to be ranks in the Most High's kingdom, but Israel are going to be back at peace. We're going to be wholesome, right? All praise to the Yahweh Shema Shai. In order for this kingdom to fall, it has to be taken, you know. Verse 9, it says, they that Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 9, and they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath cared for his elect. You know, the Lord has given mercy to his elect. When you go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 1 and 2, I'm going to say it again. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 1 and 2. Right there and then, that is mercy from the Lord. because the Lord gave us something faithful and true and had it written on paper. So we got to really be thankful to Yahweh Shem Shai. He thought about us. Sit yourself down and think. You haven't thought about the Lord enough. He's always thinking about his elect. Want to know another one? Let's go to Romans, where my brother Shem Yawala always bring out. Romans 11, verse 7. The Lord loves his elect. Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for? So Israel haven't obtained what they seek for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. This is why it's decoded on the elect who's on the earth to go and get it. They're going to get it. They're searching until they get it. Until we get that crown, ain't no stopping. Niggas say, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Nigga, hustle for that crown. Hustle for that kingdom. Hustle for peace. You know, your kids can't even play outside without you looking and seeing where they're going. You know, you can't even trust your daughters outside by themselves because there's somebody looking. You know, a OG just said on YouTube, which was right. He said, how the hell we gonna know your daughter 14 and 13 and she got her butt all out, leggings and tight and all of that all out? You know, her period dropped and titties all out. We brothers going hot. We didn't even, yo, what's up, man? And she talked back. This is why you should be covering your daughter, but let alone she should be in the damn house too. This world is not really for the women, man. You know, but society make you want to, hey, oh, I'm bored. Oh, I want to go do this. Hey, you go do what you got to go do. But if you love your daughter, cover her up. Make her have a loose dress. You know, she could be skinny. She could be thick. Niggas is looking. And your daughter should have the common sense to hear that. We looking. And if she just go out and just having tights and having a tight ass dress without having a little fleece over, she want to get looked at. She a little nasty little dirt 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, going all the way up. She got a nasty little mind. When you already telling her, cover that little thing up. Us men, we like that. I just said men are logical, you know? So we got to get more in that protective spirit. Right now, we got to, the number one protection is the Rakakodash. The number one power, the protecting spirit, is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. We need to cover our kids in that. Cover yourself. Men, cover your wives with that. When you tell your wives, there's no need, I'm outside. I'm doing what I'm doing. But you stay home. You got to go get stuff for the house. You with your family, then bring your butt right back home. Because then they call, oh, somebody try to break in, somebody try to kidnap me. Maybe if you would have stayed your butt at home, it's better, it's different when they try to break into the house. Now somebody got to die. Yes, in the car, the same thing. But you got to take accountability. Women were keepers at home. Then you teaching your daughters to keep leaving and leaving. Your daughter, oh, mine was outside, let me go out. For the men, you showing your sons and your daughters how a man, how a husband, how a father is. So act the part. Some of you niggas is bad actors. You want to be an actor on TV, but you can't even act in your house. Act to be a father. Act to be a leader. Act to be a teacher. You know? The daughters that get old enough, they get a period and all of that, you need to start acting to be a mother. Start taking care of the younger ones. Changing a diaper. Making them food. Understand the headache your mother got to go through. You got to go through it. This is your portion. The Lord made us. So we have to learn every day. You know? We got to learn every day. Just because you got a phone, a tablet, a TV, don't mean, hey, let's stop learning. Oh, I'm in school, I learned. That school ain't teaching you what you supposed to know. You know? Back again to Baruch, the 4th chapter, going down to verse 25, it says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck, just like Joshua did in the 5th chapter, chapter 10. He stepped on their heads, and all them kings was in the cave. We're going to do the same thing in this time, right? But your daughters, your sons, and your wife, You have to suffer patiently. So be occupied. You want to do a garment? Go get your butt up there and go get a shirt. You better become the best craftsman ever. You know what I'm saying? You want to print shirts? You better go keep looking at pictures that look fly for your kids in your household. Stay occupied, sisters. Right? Children too. They need to be occupied too, so that they can show that they believe. Show the Most High you believe, and show your parents they believe. Because your parents, if they say get out the house, where are you going? You don't even know where you going. So you got to take this opportunity that the Lord is blessing you with parents that love you, that's going the distance. Let alone our children have fathers that's every day giving themselves to the Lord. Them kids got to know this man is willing to die for this. Them kids got to know this right here is Superman. This right here is Aquaman. This right here is Musa Mendoza. This is Eddie Murphy coming to America. This is that guy. This is the guy right here. This is that guy. This is the guy that's going to do it. Your kids got to look at this man like he's the light shining armor. But if you're not playing the freaking role, you're in the way for your children to grow. You in the way for your wife to grow. But you know what? Your wife can't leave. She need to sit down and be an example for her husband. Babe, what you doing? I'm reading. What you reading? I'm reading, that we Israelites king. The more you do, and even if your husband not serving the Lord, you have to be example because you can't even teach him. You could be, yo, babe, this video was fire. But you can't even expound, bring out precepts. Babe, this video fire. Babe, I'm watching this video. Hey, babe, is it okay if I watch this brother video? Just showing him that you trying to ask for permission to go watch a video and he's not serving the Lord. Eventually, he can be like, yo, why is this? Why you keep asking me? Go because I understand that I'm your possession, and I got to move off of your desire. So if you don't want me to watch this dude teaching, then, you got to say that. Eventually, he going to say yes. Then a spirit might hit him where he like, I don't want you to watch him no more. Then now you might be ass out of luck. But if you was watching all those videos, you was taking down notes, all you got to do is keep reading, keep flowing, keep seeking the Lord. Because he says, suffer patiently. This is a light affliction, And if he not getting it, go in your damn room and go pray for your husband. Pray for his growth, Pray that he get a sign. Pray that he can heal. Pray that he can get some power. Worrying about where he at all the damn time. Shut up and get into the getting. Be a wife. Worry about cuddling them kids. The Lord gonna give you a sign if he in jail or if he got shot. But other than that, don't hurt yourself. Anything outside, don't worry about. Worry about your house seeking their own salvation. It's about to get real, baby. It's about to get real. When it cometh to pass, oh, it will. It will. Get yourself ready. Suffer patiently. Know that this is just a light affliction. Baruch 4 verse 26. My delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies, all Israel. But the elect in all our times, we had to do this all over again. Come back to the truth. Because Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9 and 11. Ain't nothing new under the sun, but our memory get taken from us. When I was watching the Eternals, they did that same thing. He said, every time I remake you, I take your memories and I study it. But when I recreate you, I don't put your old memories in there, because then when you think about your old memories, it take you away from my task. So the Lord took our memories, so we're not pondering on what we did or how much. Oh, I was this guy. I was this prophet. Oh, I was a king. You wasn't. And that's how Jake is. We'll brag in somebody's face on what we was and who we is. The Lord take that, because that would be a distraction. Your mind, the key to your mind, that would be the biggest. Remember what I said? The left side of your brain controls the right. The right side of your brain controls the left. With Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you have to be in sync. You see how I use my right side and my left side of my brain to come together? So us coming in this truth is coming together with our true power. And you have to yield, right? Now, verse 27, it says, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. Now, you can cry like my wife Noya do and I wide when they cry a tear. Or you can cry by how brothers on the highways and byways mourning. Lord, I'm tired of this. Lord, please, they doing this, or when you asking the Lord to drop curses on somebody that did you wrong. You know, we have to cry to Yahweh Shem Shai that he makes a change in this world. Because with men, the change can't be complete. But with Yahweh Shem Shai is going to be a spiritual, a mental, and a physical change. Right? So verse 28, it says, for as your mind, as was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. That's why Yahweh Shai had to come back, because our mind went astray. And if we couldn't see Yahweh Shai in the Most High's work, we went astray. That's why physically the Lord brought his son down, so that right there and then is no way around to say, you know, the Lord, Yahweh Shai was doing the works behind the scene on behalf of his father, Yahweh. You know, in order to get to the kingdom, you have to believe in Yahweh, what Yahweh Shai. You have to believe in his son too, you know. So suffer patiently and build your faith and belief in the Most High and his son, right? Verse 29, for he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. You know, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. All these nations that afflict you, they gonna see your strange salvation. Watawi. We can't wait for it. It's gonna be a breath. You know, like when when you worked all day and you tired, and so you soon as you get to unbuckle that first pair of pants, or you know when you take your, you be like, whew. It's gonna be a that breath of fresh air, that fresh relief. You know, then it's gonna feel like, damn, that was a dream, right? So 30, take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that give thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are miserable are they that afflict thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. Right? And it tells you in Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14, that Babylon is going to be weak, or weak as a woman. And a woman is a weak vessel. America is going to be as weak as a woman. It's crazy. Revelation chapter 17, it describes Mystery Babylon as a harlot, a whore. You know, and when you look at a whore, if she don't got a pimp, she weak. Worrying about money and protection, she weak as hell. And America, the place, who is this pimp? The elite. You know, and when the elite's money flow of this place is destroyed, they're gonna try to look for a new haven, a new utopia. But that shit stopped. Soon as America is getting its exit, the elite already been making, yo, this is what we gonna do, this is how we gonna do it. They're making what Sam said one time. He said, you know how to make the Lord laugh? Make plans. And that's what the enemy is doing. They're making big plans, and we're all like, in that day, the Lord is we're gonna laugh at their disaster, calamity. We're gonna laugh at their fall. Ha 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 ha! You puny Edomites, you test tube monkeys. You know, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Right? Yeah, let me read. Let me read 34. It says, "For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting." The everlasting is the Most High. The Most High is the Ancient of Days, but when you really go into it in precept, Yahweh Shai is the everlasting. A lot of people get it mixed up when they talk about the Alpha and Omega. That's Yahweh Shai. The Most High is the Ancient of Days. You know, time is not on him. You know, and everlasting is Yahweh Shai, because and he said said in the gospel, I am come to me. You know, because he'll give you everlasting life. You know, if we believe in him. What he say? He said, for God so loved the world that whoever believe in him will have everlasting life. Believe in who? Believe in Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai is that everlasting. So let's read it again. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. Yahushua is coming on the behalf of the Most High. And he's going to bring a fire upon them that's going to be for a point of time. Right? And it says, long to endure, and she shall be inhabitant of devils for a great time. And this great time is now. And now that devil time is about to be up. So, O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. You know, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai for his truth. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai for the men that lay themselves down for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And for, you know, Lord willing, the Most High bless y'all, you know, for the ones that's being sincere and true, you know. And if you want to, you just want to add another motivation in Hebrew to ask the Lord to bless you, just say Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai Bakia, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai Bakia, and be sincerious and mean it. You know, I am not better than you, and you damn sure not better than me. I don't try to. I try to be better than a man that you can actually see on the camera, you know. And you should do the same thing. Be better than yourself, because the worst enemy outside of Esau and the nations is yourself. You know, and you should want to strive for the kingdom, because that kingdom you striving for is a kingdom that will never end. And me, being in foster care, I used to always hate going into a new home, moving around in slavery 14 times, moving around. Your spirit has to be tired of being moved around and not being on your foundation, your own land. Niggas don't know their own land. And if when that second Exodus, if it was to happen just like Moses, as soon as we leave out of here, Jake would say, damn, we should go back to America where we had food and we had all the best Zazas ever. Niggas would say that. That's why you niggas have to die here. But Lord willing, this was edifying. And if it wasn't, it's okay, because we're going to still get at it. You know, and to the hopeful elect, Lord willing, the Most High continue to put on your spirit to endure. In a mighty shalom, in double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well through the Spirit, teach His word and believe in His word. Lord willing, the Spirit is still upon them to endure. And for the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth, in and out of congregations, whoever they may be, Lord willing, the Most High can continue to put it upon a spirit to endure. You know, and for the wives, the single sisters, the Akwathium, Lord willing, you can continue to be believers of His word, and Lord willing, that spirit can be upon you to pursue to be a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And with that, shalom, shalom.